Welcome back to the Footy Fix podcast. On today's episode, I'm joined by the lads from the footy culture. Gentlemen, how we doing? Try to answer one at a time here. I know there's 6 of you. All right.
We're doing good, man. We're doing good, man.
And everyone went at once.
Happy to be here.
What up?
Doing lovely.
Oh my God.
Champions League week, man.
We had we did, man. We had a huge week in the Champions League. Some absolutely. I think that PSG versus Man City game might have been the game of the season so far. Ridiculous action.
Yeah.
Other fans, our Juve fans, not being in the Champions League, not being in the Europa League. It's just a quiet week, a quiet, normal week in training. Watching Agnelli just be a little, that guy, a little cheap. But yeah, anyways, I'll start with Chris, man. What'd you think about the Chelsea-Madrid game?
Honestly, I feel like there should have been more goals in the game. It was kind of like there was chances there, just no goals. Like I felt like it could have been like a 3-3 game, but like we had the likes of like Timo Werner missing opportunities.
Bro, how did Werner miss that chance like right at the beginning of the game, man? He had the ball like right at Courtois, and Courtois just leg saved easy.
Right at him.
Werner's got to score those, man. Like you're a striker. Come on, you're 6 yards out. You got to put that in the back of the net.
It's a curse against him. It's a curse against him. I'm convinced that there's a curse against this guy because ever since he left Leipzig, he hasn't been able to do anything. And like I saw his stat line. It's like he has 10 assists and 10 goals in the Prem or something like that. I was like, I've never actually seen him. I've never physically seen him score a goal. I've only seen him miss sitters.
Right?
Like
it doesn't seem like he has those numbers, right?
I'm saying, man, like I've never seen him score a goal. Never in my life.
He has like. I get that he had that great season at Leipzig, but before that, was he good before that, James? I'm guessing you would know this stat. Like, was he good the season before? Or was he like a one-season wonder that just kind of put him on the map?
Well, no, he had like a couple. I think he had like two or three like decent seasons at Leipzig, but he also played like in a system that was literally like built around him being the only forward. Like if you look at Leipzig now, like without him, they literally don't even play with a forward. They play with like three defenders and 7 midfielders. And before he was like the only one to really finish those chances. So I'm sure like when he was at Leipzig, he definitely missed big chances as well, but no one really talked about it because he was playing for Leipzig and he didn't come from like a big transfer. And now it's like he paid all that money for the guy. He's on like a bigger stage now, the Premier League, and now he's missing those chances. So it's always going to be more highlighted because of the team he's playing for, because of how much money was spent for him, because he's missing those chances in the Champions League. And Premier League fans are always a little bit more. There's obviously more Chelsea fans than Leipzig fans because there's not really any Leipzig fans because they're just like an energy drink club.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot more
Red Bull fans.
Yeah, Red Bull.
I think there's more fans that drink than the club, bro.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see though during at halftime, Giroud's talking to Werner. No, Giroud is talking to Courtois. He's like, they're kind of making fun of Werner's miss.
No.
Courtois is literally like, I just stuck my leg out. That's it.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't make fun of that, man? How are you gonna miss that?
Right?
It's at a point now though, like where you can't laugh at that. You have to feel bad for him now. It's just sad seeing him miss that. You know what I mean?
But bro, he's the leading goal scorer at the club.
I know, but it's still.
Does that say more about the club or more about him?
It says more about the club. Chelsea do not score goals.
Yeah.
Like you can praise Tuchel all you want. This guy, he came in and one thing he's done is improve the defensive end. So by a huge margin. Yeah. Then you got like they win games 1-0 and everybody's scoring. One game it's like Azpilicueta. The next game it's Thiago Silva. The next game it's Pulisic. Like whoever it is, but now Werner misses chances in the Prem, and then I don't know if you guys remember on international break he missed that absolute sitter against North Macedonia to make Germany lose. So this guy's just got bad luck wherever he goes, whatever squad he plays in.
Yeah, he's very not form based, but he's not mentality based. Jay, give me the word. I know you know the word I'm thinking of.
What?
What do you mean?
Performance?
Confidence. He's a very confidence-based player. If his confidence is in the mud right now, especially at Chelsea, you can literally see. I think a lot of Chelsea fans on like Twitter and TikTok, they've been saying like Werner literally lost the confidence to shoot the ball. Last game, he passed it off right in front of the 6-yard box. That's not what strikers do. Strikers finish those, and he's not doing it. He's scared to do it. He's scared to get that backlash from the fans, and you could see it.
But just imagine
that level though, you can't be scared.
Imagine if fans were there and the boos or like the insults. Like,
oh yeah,
he wouldn't play. He wouldn't play.
I know there was one clip where he was warming up on the side of the pitch, and then you just see like fans of the opposing team. I think this was when he first joined. They were just like flipping him off. He just turned on and felt like it was just man. It's like, man, you're in England, man. Like that's what they do here. Like maybe in Germany they don't do that as much, but when you're in England, man, the opposing team is just gonna like say everything about your mother and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
and he left early Champions League in Leipzig just to come to this team.
And that's what I understand.
Right?
Leipzig had such a good run.
He
and I feel like he could have helped Leipzig that run a little bit. They were coming against who was it? It was Bayern, right?
No.
Oh, no, it was
they lost to PSG.
Oh, they lost to PSG, right? Yeah. But yeah, for sure. Like even the first goal that obviously Chelsea scored, Pulisic, that was a nice goal. Start off the game.
Beauty of a goal. Great control.
What were the Madrid defenders doing? They were just watching him. And Courtois to come out to try to save it. Like
it's not.
Where the defenders?
They really shifted over to the other side. Like they were like shifting over. And then I think Courtois just had to like come out. He had to come out because that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have when the defenders are there. The defenders were in the goal. Courtois was out.
It was legit. Pulisic, and like 6 guys because the rest of the Chelsea teams were watching too. Everyone was watching this guy.
But that goal happens because Pulisic, even if like Werner's in the box, that goal happens because I think his teammate, like Werner's teammates, are losing trust in him. Like they don't want to pass him the ball. They don't want to give it to him, even like a 6-yard tap in, because the guy is so low on confidence and he's not finishing anything. So why would you give him a pass when you can just try and finish it yourself? I think the whole Chelsea team is just thinking that. You can tell by Giroud. That story by Giroud is true. Exactly. If that's true. If that story with Giroud and Courtois is actually true, man, like that is bad. But that's bad for Chelsea.
Giroud's his competitor at the striker position, right? So he's like, bruh, I could have finished that.
Yeah, him and
I get that.
Tammy. You have Tammy as well. I don't know why they didn't give him a chance.
I get that, but in any team, it's like a UCL semifinal. At this point, I just want to go to the final and then let my coach choose the lineup. I'm still not competing for a spot. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm just trying to get my team to win, and like talking crap about your teammate to the opposing goalie, man. Jeez.
Well, they're boys, right? They both play. They were both at Chelsea for a long time.
Yeah,
but still, I got it. Yeah, you don't do
but
that.
Even with, I feel like Giroud would have been a little bit more of an impact there. Just positioning, like
the Premier experience.
The Premier League now, it's not so speed driven. Like players like Sterling, players like even like Martial, like they have the speed and everything, but a lot of it is more like just control of the game, control of the ball, positioning wise, like. And you saw that with Cavani.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. I don't feel like Werner's his ability was to beat the defensive line, take the space, go 1v1 with the goalie maybe, and have a chance on goal. But just positioning alone, creating chances for other players, like being a second, like a striker who can play with the players around you is really important. Because if he doesn't have the quality to create plays around him, as well as like receiving plays towards and creating his own chances for goal, it's hard with today's game nowadays. It's really the defense has really changed in the last couple of years. Like you can see from the growing talent now, from like De Ligt, from Diaz, like all these youth center backs, like they're competing with the top level now because the defensive work rates are so different. Speed is a big factor for defenders too. Like you don't see slow defenders anymore, and they can definitely catch up to players like Werner. And as long as if Werner is not able to create space for himself, then I don't see him going far, or even he might even start to have to go back to Bundesliga and where he can actually play well.
Oh, okay. So if you're Thomas Tuchel, would you start him in the second leg versus Madrid?
No.
But Tuchel has lots of confidence on him too. I know there's one press conference. I think it was talking about him specifically, but I think he was saying how like, why am I gonna keep Werner here to keep working on his shots and stuff? Like he's a striker. Like this guy's done this his whole life. It's gonna come to him, right? But even as a player, like I know as much as he wants to go and to keep working on his like just getting the ball in the net is so confident. Like even if you're in training and putting that ball in the net past the keeper, it definitely helps. You know what I mean? But even for
but he can't. He literally can't.
He's probably dominating in training.
That's the thing. Like
I think they have.
But Tuchel
can see it.
Like, but Tuchel can't say in training. Tuchel can't say, "Oh, I'm going to send them home," because he's a born striker. Like he knows what to do. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, but like you literally have a World Cup winner on your bench. Like you're not going to play him? Like,
why with a lot of experience, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you play him? Like he has so much experience. He's such a good player. He's such an underrated player.
Considering that he's chosen over like a lot of other options out there as a striker position for the France team is something else.
And that, like Benzema. Like Benzema's case is a little,
just a little
something went down there, a little different. Like I understand what I don't get what Tuchel's saying. Like it's gonna come. He's a striker. It's gonna come. And we're in May. Like you've had since September or even like late August for it to come for Werner, and it just hasn't come yet. It's been almost a whole season.
Well, Tuchel,
so what are you waiting for?
How many games does he have? 12, 13 games in charge around there.
He's had about, I think, no, he's had more, including UCL and stuff like that. I think he's had like, maybe he hasn't. Am I just tripping here right now?
He doesn't have.
He's had a decent amount.
This amount of games, the amount of games that he has, he should know his players by now. And he has, like, he does know the players because the fact that he's able to pull the results like these ties. I think he only got one loss and like wins, but again, his wins margins by goals or like ties are like 1 or 2. Yeah. You don't see his team coming out winning 3-0, winning 4-0, winning 4-1, 4-2. Like they just can't put that ball behind the net, and it shows a lot by. Your top goal scorer is a player who's out of form.
I think the thing with Werner is like they have to start him. For one, he's one of their highest goal contributors. And two, he's such a big money signing. Like the board is definitely pressuring the management to play him.
For sure. My question for you guys is, what about Tammy?
Yeah, Tammy has definitely a better goals to game ratio than him, but he doesn't create danger. Like he's just kind of there for like headers and hold the play.
Not that good.
You could get
semifinal though.
But you could get Giroud to play the same thing, but better.
Yeah. I feel like Tammy's the kind of player you play against, like Barnsley, or like teams like that, like when you're playing in like the EFL Cup.
But I think he does have quality.
Wickham Wanderers.
You guys don't think he has quality?
Level, I don't.
He does. I think he needs a move though.
But I don't think you can go. You can put Tammy Abraham in against like Varane, against potentially Ramos and players like that, and expect them to do bits. I think Timo's there because one, he's quick. And then, he could potentially create danger on the counterattack, which I think is probably the only reason why maybe he's in over someone like Giroud, because Giroud in a counterattacking situation might not be as much of a threat, potentially.
Yeah. But
Giroud's good for hold-up play.
No, but you know what? Like, he's good for hold-up play, but he's a player who can play off the defensive line. If he's able to create like 1 or 2 touch passes and plays with the wingers who are out wide, like Pulisic, perfectly. You know what I mean? Last game too, like his goal, sorry. He was alone on the wing. He was able to create chances. And if you have a striker who can play with a winger with speed, Harry Kane, he's not the quickest. He's able to create chances for himself and create chances for wingers.
That's Harry Kane, right? That's Harry Kane.
That's Harry Kane. But I feel like Giroud doesn't have, like, obviously he's not Harry Kane level, but he does have the ability to hold ball play, create chances with other players, and even just, again, he has a shot on him. Like, he can score goals.
He has sneaky technical ability.
He can
exactly.
His quality of a player,
like
his player quality as a striker is so high. He might not be like the most fanciest, the trickiest. He might have not like all that, but technically, he can hit a ball on a volley easily any day with any foot.
Well, here's the thing: like he may be a lot slower than Werner, but if they have all these pacey wingers like Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, all these guys they play on the wings. So that counterattack, those guys are running down the field and they cross in the box. You know that Giroud's going to get on the end of that, and you know he's going to make a big chance out of it, if not a goal. Wherever you give it to him in the 18-yard box, he's pretty lethal. Yes, he's underrated as hell. He's pretty lethal. Bicycle kicks, headers, anything. He's put in the back of the net. And if I'm Ramos, next leg, I'm not worried about Werner if he's starting. I'm not worried. Like, I'll let him run by me.
If Tuchel drops Werner right now, there's no going back for him.
You don't think so?
His confidence will be like at an all-time low.
But, man, how many more chances can you give? You're literally in the semifinals. Like, like, but even for Tuchel too, I don't see him trying Giroud too much. He's still staying on Werner. I guess it's because he's German. He just trusts his fellow. Like,
you know what this is gonna be?
But like,
you know what this is gonna be next league? It's gonna be Torres versus Barca, and Werner's gonna be Torres. That's what it's gonna be next league.
I don't know, man.
I've seen people showing the pic.
Werner like on the wing.
I've seen the people.
Werner on the wing.
They've been showing the picture of David Luiz shaking Torres's head in 2012, and they're like, they got to do this to Werner.
For real.
But Chelsea. Do you think they have that chance to go like and beat the Madrid next leg?
They can.
But
Yeah,
especially if
I
Conte's
don't think so, bro.
especially if Conte's playing performances like that.
yeah,
That guy was everywhere that game. Holy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's
if Ramos
my
comes back
issue.
too, right? We don't know if Ramos is gonna be back before then.
it's speculated that it's like up in the air. I don't know what the situation is, but he was out, they said, for like 6 weeks, about 6 weeks ago. So like he's bound to come back. The thing that I thought, like I watched that game, I thought Chelsea were all over Madrid, and then they didn't score enough goals. Like Madrid is a beast in the Champions League, and if you don't put them away when you have the chances, just setting themselves up for failure. Like you don't want Madrid to go and unleash at Stamford Bridge. You don't want that because they can score 4 goals.
I feel like they can, and even the goal that Benzema was able to put into behind the net, like I know it wasn't from a play. I know it was from a corner. It might have been like off the head of, I think Varane like almost like knocked it back from 2. Yeah, but that's just for him himself just to control that with his own head and bring it down and like volley in it.
Beautiful.
Like, not many strikers could score that.
The thing is that they need a little bit more from their wingers too, because again, you have Junior, you have Asensio, you have a little bit younger talent, and I know Hazard got a couple minutes last game, but that's the thing.
They're nothing.
Benzema needs more support because when it comes to the Madrid side, defensively they do pretty well. Again, their weak side are probably the wingers, the fullback. Sorry, Carvajal, he's still not like 100% like back into
Carvajal's out for the season now. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah,
he got injured again, man.
Okay, then
is Lucas Vazquez now?
Is Vazquez injured still?
Nah, he's out too.
Then you
you're playing Odriozola.
Odriozola, but Odriozola too is not quality.
It probably depends how they're gonna play. They're gonna play like a 3-back, or if they're gonna go back to a 4.
Nacho's gonna play right back.
Yeah, Nacho for sure.
That's not too bad because he's a player who can definitely stay back as a flat 4, and then the other side would be Marcelo. Marcelo too, like he's not the same Marcelo as 5 years ago. But
how about Mendy's out?
Mendy's gonna be back.
Oh, okay, Mendy's gonna play.
I saw that.
Mendy's
The
back.
reason Marcelo can't play? Did you hear?
I heard. No, they're gonna get off of that. Though.
You think?
I
don't know.
Yeah.
No, he has to go like supervise a polling station for an election.
Yeah. It's a civic duty. He's a citizen of Spain. He's got to go do that.
And he got it on that specific date?
What are the odds?
No. The problem is that he got it like before the game, but COVID restrictions and rules will not allow him to go to England or whatever it is. So he's going to get out of that regardless. But even if he had to go, I don't think he would start, man. Like, I love Marcelo. I'm a Marcelo advocate. I love the guy. I love seeing him play.
He's not the
same. He's gone down significantly since Ronaldo left.
It's the age, right? Age factor really hits a lot. And like today's talent with these youth, the speed. Like he's a gifted player, but that's the thing that as a fullback, you need to have that speed. You know what I mean?
Once Mendy's recovered from COVID, he's back in that starting 11.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah. The only thing missing here is definitely the wingers. Like we need to see someone really kind of step out and kind of like pull the defenders away from Benzema, because that's the thing. Like these defenders will kind of hold and clear and shut Benzema down. But if you have Vinicius and whoever's on the wing out open, like they can't really create much for themselves. It's kind of hard.
I feel like Chelsea have the wingers that can provide, but Madrid have the striker that can finish. So they're both missing like those. They're, you know what I mean? Like they're missing those two.
Chelsea's not missing it. They just don't want to play him.
That's true. That's true.
But is Giroud like a lethal finisher, bro? Didn't he go the whole World Cup without scoring a goal?
He doesn't need a score though.
He doesn't need. Yeah, exactly. He didn't play that role in France.
The thing.
Bro, you just said he was a finisher.
Yeah.
No, but he can't finish. He can't finish when he needs to finish.
Giroud's a
big
funny
player.
Exactly. Giroud's a funny guy because he doesn't get a lot of goals, but like he can finish like at a very elite level.
Would you guys?
He doesn't do it.
Would you guys start Werner next game? Yes or no?
No,
Simple,
I wouldn't.
simple.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He's going to.
He has to.
100%.
I would not.
It ain't broke. If it ain't broke,
that's why you're not the manager.
I would not.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Giroud, even put Werner on the wing, because at the end of the day, like he still can create danger with his speed. He has the most goal contributions on the team for a reason. Like if there was someone who could do more than him,
he has the most minutes.
Not really, bro. Players like Mount are playing every game.
Yeah, Mount's further back.
Not really, bro. Sometimes they play in the same position off the striker, right? Players like Ziyech, players like Havertz, these guys, they're not putting up any goal contributions either, right? So it's like if he has the most, then he's clearly doing something, all right?
You can't compare him to half these players haven't played anywhere near the same amount of minutes as Werner.
Yeah, let's be real.
Werner,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter, bro. But he's still creating danger though.
Yeah, well,
He
he's
is.
playing
Yeah,
almost every
but
game 90
he's
minutes.
played double the amount of minutes as any player. You can't compare.
You can't
I don't think so, bro. I don't think he's played
He
double
has.
the amount of minutes.
But
Bro.
you can't
There's
also-
no
Bro,
way.
Ziyech hasn't
Double
played
the
for like
amount
half
of
the
minutes,
season.
bro.
He was
Ziyech
injured
hasn't
though.
played for like half. Yeah, he hasn't played for like half the season.
But when he
Pulisic
plays,
was
is
injured
he
for a
doing-
good
is
chunk.
he doing anything though? When he's playing, is he doing anything?
Ziyech's been picking it up a little bit now, but I'm not saying Ziyech's like the what
Has
the
he
main.
though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he-
Didn't he
But
score a tap
from what he
from a
was,
Timo
yeah.
Werner run?
What?
He scored a tap in from like a Timo Werner run, no? In the EFL Cup or the
Probably.
FA Cup?
Probably.
Who created?
But if it was the other way around, Warner wouldn't be finishing it. But it's okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't, bro. But someone's got to create the danger.
Yeah.
But why?
But is that going to work against Madrid? Probably not.
Maybe
It's-
it will.
Never
bro.
know.
I if you want to play Giroud, I would play him up top. But I think you still keep Werner as one of those players that plays off the striker.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. If you put Werner maybe on the right over Ziyech, because Ziyech too, like Ziyech's a good player, but he still hasn't been like, man, like him coming to Chelsea, like Chelsea's like, wow, different team. Or like he's done so much, not yet, right? Like
It's a different system, I think. He's kind of struggling to kind of fit in. Like at Ajax, they played that nice, like kind of tiki taka style, and I think that kind of suited him. But now it's like they're kind of holding possession, or they're like that's pretty much it. They're holding possession and they're hoping to get a ball in the box. But like he's not the kind of player that's going to be like taking players on the wing to put a ball in the box. Like he's more of that player to play a nice 1-2 and hit it. Or he's a player to pick up the ball from deep and like ping a pass, but it's like they're not really playing that style that he can thrive at. I don't think.
and that's a thing.
Yeah, but he's an incredibly skilled player, though.
Oh, for sure.
He's incredibly skilled. And one more thing I'm gonna say. So back to the Werner and the versus Mount and Ziyech game count, right? So Werner has played 45 matches. He's got in all competitions. He's got 11 goals and 12 assists. Mason Mount has played 47 matches. 8 goals and 7 assists.
I don't want to
Double
compare
the minutes,
Mason Mount
bro?
because he played as a center mid for half the season with Lampard.
Okay, so what should we do? Ziyech?
Yeah, like Ziyech or Pulisic or like someone Hudson-Odoi, like a winger.
Ziyech played like half
Hudson
of the
Odoi.
games and
Bro,
worked.
you're picking players
I
that
won't-
aren't playing because they're not doing anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
Olivier Giroud.
Well, why isn't
Who
Tammy?
do you want?
What about Tammy? Why isn't
Who-
Tammy getting minutes?
Who do you want to compare him
try?
to?
You can't.
Oh, I mean, you can't really compare him to
Anyone?
A
Ziyech.
forward.
Yeah, because none of the forwards have really played. Like Ziyech has
That's
been
what
out
I'm
half
saying.
the
That's what I'm
season.
saying.
You can't compare him.
Yeah.
That's his own stat. Like you can just.
But why?
But what? So should we cut Mason Mount's like game count in half because he's only played like at the center attacking mid position since a late Lampard or early Tuchel?
Yeah,
since
because
Tuchel
he could have had more goal contributions if he played further
I
up.
don't know.
You don't
say
know.
that. You can't just say that though.
But you can't say that he's the best provider if he's played double the minutes of all the other forwards.
Statistically, he
hasn't,
is
really.
though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, statistically, yeah.
is.
as bad as it sounds, Timo Werner is the best provider on Chelsea.
As bad as the
Crazy
eye
is
test
that?
is for him.
My issue-
Yeah,
The stats come true.
Here are the stats. Here's the eye test. Tells the complete
Yeah.
opposite.
My
Yeah.
issue, my issue
Oh
is
my goodness.
my issue is he's given so many minutes to Werner, and yeah, you can say Werner's provided here and there, blah blah blah, but he has had games where he hasn't, and he's messed up. Why doesn't he give him more time to Tammy? Because Tammy is still young, he's still developing, he's still a quality player. Obviously, you can't expect much of him if he comes in and plays 20 minutes, 15 minutes a game. You're not gonna expect much from him. You have to give this guy some more time, and I feel like in the next game, especially knowing how Werner hasn't went off, like he didn't play a good game last game. You're facing Madrid. I feel like Giroud or Tammy should be the better option.
You can't just throw Tammy in there.
It's hard.
Why not? Why not?
Bro,
Why?
you're
why
a big
not?
Tammy Abraham fan.
Why not give him a chance?
That's because
So let me
Why
Let
not
me-
give him
let
a
me-
chance?
That's true.
Let me give you a
Sad.
situation here. All right. All right. Semi-final, second leg, 1-1. Your only advantage is the away goal. For the first time this season, you're going to start Tammy Abraham in such a crucial game and disrupt the flow. Doesn't matter how bad Werner is. You're going to disrupt the flow in like the biggest game of your season. That's almost the equivalent of starting him in a final.
I feel
Just
like
It
randomly.
doesn't make sense from a tactic point of view.
No,
It
no,
doesn't.
no. And Tuchel is tactical, man. He's all tactics, all defensive stability, all flow. I don't see it happening. And if he was going to start somebody else, it would definitely be Giroud.
Giroud, yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe Tammy and like Giroud, they're just not doing the job in training. Like we don't know what happens in training.
Possible.
Like,
Possible.
Exactly.
They can be lazy,
But
right?
if we look at the game. Like, you're telling me Werner's gonna be finishing better in training? Like, all of a sudden, because there's like no pressure, I'm scoring 27 goals for training.
No fans in training, no fans at the stadium.
Somehow I play better here, and I play like ass right
No
there.
cameras.
Before we go to Man City and PSG, want to get some predictions from everybody here.
Yes, I was gonna go there.
For the second leg. So Real Madrid, Chelsea, it's 1-1 aggregate. Chelsea would go through because they have the away goal.
Yeah.
Who's going through, boys?
Jay, go first. Jay go first. Jay, go first. Chelsea, what's the score? What's your score? Just give me your score and your winner.
Chelsea 2-0.
Chelsea 2-0.
Oh, that's a big.
Oh, are we doing this right now?
Yeah, don't worry, James. I got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So Jay's gonna go for Chelsea 2-0. They're playing in Stamford, no?
Yeah, Stamford Bridge.
Okay. James, what's your prediction? James, what's your prediction?
I'm gonna go. Madrid 2-1
Real.
because I have Madrid going through. I think.
Jeez.
Chris.
I want to say Madrid so bad because I feel like Modric and Kroos are going to have an absolute world beater of a day like they usually do in these big games. But it's so hard to deny when Kante is playing at a top level because he's so hard to get through. Okay, but I'm going to go with Madrid. I'm going to say 1-0 Real.
Oh,
1-0. Maddie,
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think?
All right. I'm a Barca fan. It pains me to say this, but I feel like Zidane's going to do his classic black magic ritual. Real Madrid are going to get the 2-0 dub. They're going to have Valverde back, Mendy back, Ramos back. It's a wrap for Madrid, or it's a wrap for Chelsea. Madrid are taking it. IMO.
Dave?
I think the experience of Madrid, especially having those midfielders and just the defenders who know how to play in tough situations against a team who hasn't been in this position in a long time, especially with young players, a striker who's not confident, you know what I mean? Some players who are filling in some roles who aren't as good as well. Mendy at net, who knows what you can get out of him? Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. You know Courtois' quality. You know the defenders in front of Courtois are quality. And you know how Madrid always step up. The black magic always comes in whenever their back is against the wall. They always have that edge somehow. And Madrid are taking this.
What score?
wow.
Madrid.
That's a healthy mix.
Madrid 2-1. Sorry, 2-0, 2-0,
2-0, same as Matt.
2-0.
Wait, Dan, what were you saying?
I know Madrid's gonna take this, but I want to see penalties because I haven't seen penalties in forever. I want to see an extra time that goes to penalties, and I want to see like shit. Like, well, what if Werner misses that penalty and they lose from that?
Oh, buddy, Twitter's gonna explode.
I can see that. I can see that.
Then you just quick sell them for 600 coins.
I'm gonna
Send him back to Leipzig, bro.
I'm gonna say 1-1, and then Madrid take it to penalties and win. So I'm gonna just say 2-1 for Madrid.
All right. And Ben, how about you? What do you think?
Yeah, Ben, you're
I'm going,
final.
I'm going a 2-2 draw in Stamford Bridge.
2-2, eh?
So Madrid are
Yeah.
gonna take it home then, right? That's the
Yeah.
Madrid.
They're going on away goals, man. I see it happening.
That honestly, with those two teams, I could see that.
I see
I'm
it.
telling you.
I see a draw. I see a draw for sure. But again, it's gonna be who's gonna be able to take it the long way. And then
I think Conte's just gonna come out and run everywhere for the full 90 again and dominate. But also, like, when you match Conte up with Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric, like,
I think
it's a
Casemiro's
wicked matchup.
Casemiro's gonna have a really good game. I think he's gonna have a world class game, and
He always does.
It's like two of the best center defensive midfielders in the game,
they're the
pretty
best,
much, right?
Yeah.
Aside from, like,
agrees. I'm saying Madrid.
PSG, Manchester City.
No love for Chelsea, huh?
On the chat, no.
Definitely the better game of the Champions League semifinals. PSG, Man City. Like, to me, how can I say this? To me,
I am not a PSG fan. I'm sorry, I do not like PSG whatsoever.
I hate both these teams. I hate both of these teams.
I do too,
It's
but
the Oil
out of,
Clasico, bro.
it's the Oil Classico. But out of the both of them, I feel
El
like
Clasico.
I rather
Exactly.
see Man City win it.
The Man City deserve it too. I feel like a little bit more.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
Well, when I go on.
No, go ahead, Ben. Don't worry.
Awkward silence.
Sorry, man. When I saw from that game, right, was two things. Man City have the two of best of the both worlds, right? They have the best depth in Europe. Yeah. And any Bayern fan will dispute that, but it's true. Man City overall best depth, and they have the best coach in the world, debatably in history. There's no disputing that. Right? Number one, when a guy like Cancelo is playing poorly and kind of getting burned by Mbappe, Di Maria, and Neymar, you can just throw in Zinchenko. He's a very, very good fullback.
I always
he's not a bum. He's actually a solid fullback.
I always thought
played well when he came on.
Always thought
he played amazing. Like he shut it down. He was quick. And then the second thing is that when your team goes into a first half and gets dominated by PSG like that, and then in the second half they come out a completely different animal. There's Pep Guardiola right there.
That's Guardiola.
They went into halftime. This guy got up on a table and did like a Rudy-esque speech and got the troops rallied, brought them out. Mbappe had 30 touches on the ball and no shots on net. Ederson had more touches than Mbappe.
Shout out to Diaz.
By Guardiola.
Shout out to Diaz.
Masterclass.
Let me.
Talk was different.
Let me butt in. Chat's really going off on this one. A couple people are saying, "How does City deserve it?" City scored a cross and a shot into the wall.
It's not how the goals came. It's
their goals were lucky, but that's how football is.
That's
man.
football, man. Wherever it comes from, it's football.
I'll tell you how City deserve it. First of all, PSG dominated the first half. Congratulations. They take their foot off the gas against a team like City. What else do you expect?
Yeah, it's true.
Literally, what else do you expect? You can't give Pep anything.
As they say,
he got over the curse, and now he's going to go to the final, guaranteed.
As they say, as they say in basketball, ball don't lie.
What?
And I think that's what happened this game as well. I know Bayern had sorry.
That's a whole different thing.
I know Man City had like some debatable goals, especially the one from De Bruyne, but you can tell they deserved that win. You know, in my opinion, at least. Yeah. And those goals might have been, silly, but. As I say, again, ball don't lie. I feel like Man City deserved that win.
Yeah. That's not how ball don't lie works.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Well, the thing is, 9 times
wrong definition, bro.
It kind of does work like that.
The thing is, 9 times out of 10,
see, Ben knows what I'm talking about. You guys are all crazy.
No, bro, ball don't lie.
9 times out of 10, those goals did not go in.
Yeah. But they did.
But it did, yeah.
But Man City definitely played the better half of the two. The way they were able to change the game. Again, I'll always say Zinchenko is one of the best left backs that Man City have. He's better than Mendy. Even putting Cancelo onto the left side. Cancelo doesn't really play well on the left side. Walker played a good game, but I think Cancelo is more of a right-sided wing back who can definitely push into the midfield of the game. It's hard for him on the left side too.
I'm not calling Zinchenko Maldini now. I'm just saying
he's definitely
imagine any other team you take off Cancelo, you're putting on some youth product that's played 3 games all season. Like Pep just throws in Zinchenko, who's been playing all season pretty much, and he knows he's played against big teams and big players, and he knows exactly how to handle them. Like that's Man City's depth right there. And kudos to Pep for creating a system of tactics that will not allow Mbappe to get a shot on net. What I noticed is that when they went forward, that back 4 turned into a back 3. And it was always Kyle Walker on the back 3 because he has the pace to keep up with guys like Mbappe, Di Maria, and Neymar.
Yeah, he didn't push.
And then as soon as PSG got the ball, Gundogan and Cancelo or Zinchenko would drop right back.
The whole team would drop back.
It was amazing.
And that's why I love. That's why I love seeing Man City. People could say they don't like Man City because they're an oil team, but the way Pep manages the squad and knows how to play them, and the way he taught them to. He switched their mentality in all their players and saying how we go up together and we come back together. There is no one that stays up. There's no one that stays down. We all push up, we all push back, and we all press. And you can see it in the game. In every game they played, the whole team goes up and the whole team comes back. Even De Bruyne, he was playing false 9. He was stepping back so much. The whole team comes back. Doesn't matter if they're tired or not. That's the system. And if one person doesn't come back, it messes the system. So they all know that they all have to rely on each other. And it showed this game that system works, and it stopped. Imagine stopping Neymar and Mbappe.
Yeah,
kudos.
It's crazy that these quick moments could just sway the narrative and the course of a game. De Bruyne did not have a good game, bro. Did not have a good game. If you actually want, he did not have a good
half
game.
He did.
Not really.
Second half, he turned up a little bit more.
Definitely got better in the second half, but he did not have a good overall game.
So
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Compared to how he usually plays, where we all know he plays exceptionally well, I think he still played better than average, and he still played a really good game.
But let's say his cross, not the shot, his cross goes out. He's getting flamed.
No.
After the game.
Why would you? No.
I think every City player had a bad first half. Every single City player.
If that ball is off target, he put that ball in for a player to get to it. As much as that ball ended up being on target, and a player kind of like fake getting into it, so Navas kind of holds his position and see if anyone touches it. It was still a great cross.
No, I don't mean exactly for that moment. I mean that goal adding to his overall view of the game. I don't mean that exact moment.
But it was a beautiful ball.
It was. But I'm saying if he doesn't score, not if he messes up that cross. I mean if he doesn't score it.
And what if he got the assist? What if someone else tapped it and it went in?
Let's say it doesn't go in. No, I saw people were saying on Twitter he had a bad game.
Yeah, well, listen, people can say whatever the hell they want, right? Doesn't matter. He scored, Man City won, and honestly, I can't. It's harder to find reasons to give that they didn't deserve it rather than they did, because as soon as I'll say it again, they come out the second half, it was a tale of two teams. It was incredible. Their change was incredible. They were way better. So tell me how they don't deserve it, because Idrissa Gueye deserved that red card.
That was such a stupid tackle. Oh my god!
Exactly. He's coming and flying, heels up, spikes up, right at the back of the guy's leg. What do you expect? A yellow? Just a
First of all,
get you next time.
First of all, you don't go into tackles like that when the player is not facing your net. First of all, he's facing his own net. His ball is going to probably go back to his defender. There's no reason to go in there and tackle the guy from behind with your cleats up. And even when it comes to the way De Bruyne was playing too, I feel like De Bruyne was one of the better players on the pitch compared to PSG's players. Which PSG player really stood out for you that game? Mbappe didn't get much touches, but Mbappe got less touches than Ederson that game.
No. Di Maria had a good game, I think.
Di Maria had a good game.
Marquinhos,
yes.
Marquinhos had a good game.
But look, did you guys realize that how much Di Maria and Neymar dropped to collect the ball? See how much Di Maria was playing right back most of the game at the end, because the way they played in their own half, bro.
The press was high.
The press was high. But also, I think PSG invited that pressure, because I hate the way PSG play. They score a goal, and it's always that. They score a goal, and they all defend. They don't go for the second goal.
It's the Pochettino way. That's why I didn't want him at Juve, because he's such an overrated coach just because he brought this shitty-ass Spurs team to the final from some fluke. He's such an overrated manager that...
Pirlo's better, bud?
No, Pirlo's not
Pirlo?
better. No, I'm not saying that Pirlo's better. I'm not saying Pirlo's better. But I don't want Pochettino. He's an overrated manager.
Man.
I want to that's my
on. Your Pirlo's your kind of coach now?
No, I'm not saying
Pirlo.
Pochettino, I would not want him at Juve because he's gonna bring the same thing. He's not gonna bring anything.
Pirlo,
it's kind of boring.
Pochettino is a good coach, man. He led that Spurs team to a UCL final.
But luckily,
he's a good coach.
Chris is so spoiled, man.
Luckily or not, he led them there. Do you know what I mean? And at the same, I don't know, honestly, but it's hard. It's hard not to invite pressure, or I wouldn't say invite it. It's hard not to be susceptible to pressure when you're playing City, because all they do is control the ball, and every single player is super elite, and they'll just pass it in and make these darting runs and tiki-taka, and you're eventually going to concede a shot on goal, let alone a goal.
At the end of the day, exactly. Let me just finish. Let me just finish quickly, Matt. At the end of the day, if you invite pressure, and especially against a team like Man City,
you can't do that.
Don't you realize, in the team talk or the tactics, when they're talking, they're gonna press high. This is gonna happen.
Pochettino knows Man City. He played in the same league.
Why? When Man U faced Man City and Man U won, what did they do differently from the other games they faced?
You gotta press them.
They press harder and higher than Man City.
That's the thing. PSG was doing that first half, but they laid back after that goal.
And that's the thing with Pochettino. They should have just kept that momentum and just kept on pushing, because if at the end of the day they press high, and same thing with Man City, the whole team can drop back afterwards. But if you press high, you can you can make Man City create more mistakes. and get those chances, right?
And that's the one thing too with PSG. PSG are only outlet for goal when they're sitting back like that is literally Mbappe.
It's Mbappe and Neymar.
If, if it's not Neymar creating for Mbappe, then it's like a defender literally tossing it up to Mbappe. Or
Di Maria too is a key contributor.
Yes,
in that front.
But Di Maria doesn't always have his game. He's not consistent either.
But when it comes to Man City have so many outlets and options to create danger. Like it's not like, oh shit, like we have to close down De Bruyne, because if we close on De Bruyne, then the whole balance of the team is gone. No, you have Gundogan, you have Foden, you have Mahrez. You know what I mean? These players can, even when you shut one of them down, the rest of the team will pick up their slack and literally counterattack that team and pick up the spots where they're lacking, right? Same thing. We have Rodri just holding the midfield. If it's Rodri or Fernandinho, and then you have the two quality center backs. Diaz literally shut down one of the two known youth talents in the world right now. Haaland against Dortmund, and Mbappe now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they're both playing the similar kind of style. Hopefully that Haaland was going to get that ball, create his own space, go with speed, because he's a really quality and fast player too. Haaland had those chances. He's like that in the Bundesliga, where he can literally run into space and take shots and score. But Diaz did not let that happen. He did not let that happen with Mbappe either. I'm not saying it's just Diaz alone, but just that defense, the way they're able to contribute and speak and just hold position and clearly just cancel that counterattack so easily is like, it's different. You know what I mean?
He's a great player.
You know what PSG's problem was this game?
What?
Their mentality, bro. As soon as Kevin De Bruyne scored, bro, everything went to shit. Everyone went scrambled, bro. Started going into tackles practically. Yeah. Exactly. They couldn't do anything. You see Mbappe's body language, he's just like slouched and he's just like this, like come on, like they're out of it after that goal came.
A lot of people
halftime.
Yeah,
adjustments.
You're right.
Yeah.
You have one team that like plays as a team, and you have one team that kind of like, if one player literally like doesn't show up or is like literally playing poor, the rest of them are like whatever, like okay, leave him alone. But if you see like one of the Man City players, like one of them goes down, like the whole team kind of goes and like really pushes everyone up, and like the guys, this is for us. We're like, I don't care if you're having a shit day, like you're playing football here, you're here to perform, and we're playing right now, and we're gonna win this game. And you don't see one Man City. You don't see one Man City player kind of having a like one of those days where he's like shit, like you know what I mean. I'm just not gonna try today. You see, they all go out. They're playing 90 minutes. Even the end of the game, like they pretty much had the secure win, but like they were still pushing. They're not letting PSG coming out, even with the man down. Like as a man down, sometimes you want to kind of keep the ball, but they're still pushing. 90 minutes for the whole game.
Yeah, a great moment that I saw in the game. This is why I like De Bruyne as the Man City captain. He's a great captain. So he's usually like the set piece taker for that set piece that Mahrez scored. Like you wouldn't want anyone taking it besides De Bruyne in that situation. But Mahrez went up to him. He's like, "Let me take it." And then De Bruyne's like, "Do you really like believe in yourself?" And he's like, "Yes." So he let him take it. Like the trust that a captain has to have for his team to let someone else take the free kick, especially when you're De Bruyne, probably one of the best free kick takers in the world, to let Mahrez take it, to have the faith in him.
A lot of players will let that ego get in the way, right? And they'd be like, "No,
exactly,
I got this."
Yeah.
But now,
at the same time, it's a little easy to be like, "Oh, Riyad Mahrez wants to take the free kick." Yeah, I'll let Riyad Mahrez.
But it's like De Bruyne.
But I know it's De Bruyne, but
exactly.
I'm just saying, like, it's pretty easy to give that free kick up when you have
six
other elite options.
Would Neymar? Would Neymar
been on fire lately?
Would Neymar do that?
Would Neymar do that? No.
Maybe.
No.
Unless it was Messi.
You never see it.
Unless it was Messi.
Yeah, unless it was Messi.
But you're not
just nitpicking there, though.
He loves him.
Neymar's not giving that to Di Maria, bro.
Yeah, well, because Neymar is Neymar until somebody like Ronaldo or Messi shows up, and only Messi because he loves Messi off, man. He'll give anything to Messi: penalties, tap-ins, free kicks, armband, anything.
I want to add a comment about that. Something I noticed, like players, like professional players, love Neymar. Like I was seeing on Twitter, like
Jack Grealish,
Madison, Grealish, Schweinsteiger, Lineker, like. All these fans have anything they could say about Neymar. Players love and respect Neymar, bro.
I know a lot of people
think he's a fun guy to be around.
A lot of people say
he's a great guy to be around.
He's still young.
People know, man.
He's young. He's like really into the pop culture. He's really like, you know what I mean?
This guy has Fortnite shoes.
He's a fun team guy. He's a fun team guy.
I don't know what people say.
But
like
players know his ability. Like they realize, yes, I'm professional. I play in the Premier League, whatever. But this guy is on a different level, and they recognize that.
And that's
he's like a player's player.
That's one thing with fans too. Like when I see Neymar play, like, yes, Neymar is really talented. Like, I would wish anyone would wish they'd have his talent. Yes, like everything about him is pretty like solid as a footballer. Like, what do you think he's really missing? Just a bit of size, a little bit of strength. You know what I mean? Like,
consistency and health and consistency.
Okay, he's not maybe injury prone, yes, but
he hasn't played a single season fully. I think is in his whole career.
So that's probably one thing that he's missing. Yes, but besides that,
I don't think so, man.
He's literally like almost like the perfect player. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like when fans go out there and complain like, "Oh, I hate Neymar," maybe it might be because of his like his reaction to things or the way he presents himself. But when it comes to football, like football as a football fan of myself and like who loves and played it my whole life, like I understand like the quality and talent that he shows and produces, like it's something different. No one can compare to him. Like you can't compare him to Ronaldinho. You know what I mean? He's way better than Ronaldinho.
That's a shout.
Hold up here. I think Neymar is a better player than Ronaldinho overall. But the problem is that Ronaldinho is literally the most gifted footballer of all time. No doubt.
Oh, I want to see what the Brazilians have to say about that.
Yeah, I have never seen.
He's up there for sure.
I have never seen somebody control the ball, dribble, to keep ups, anything like he does. The ball's at his feet; it's stuck there like glue. He can do anything. I think he's the most gifted player of all time, and I'm like talking natural gifted skills and dribbling. There are players close to him like Neymar, like Messi, like whoever. But in terms of like pure like dribbling and gifts, nobody's gifted like Ronaldinho, man. Like the things he did, craziness.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But you can see that with Neymar too, and you saw it with like the last game. The way he plays, it's like nonchalant. It's he doesn't have to think about it. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, first half.
It's so easy to him. Like just the way he goes
instinct,
players.
bro.
It's legit.
I saw this one move during the game where like he like faked a bit and like hit a flick with his left foot. I'm like, he looked like Dino there, and like it made me think like, bro, people love Dino but hate Neymar. I've said this a lot, obviously, but like, you can't. Like, how does that make sense?
It'll be after he retires. No, it'll be after he retires.
That's the thing. Like, they're definitely comparable. What's one thing that maybe brings Neymar down with the fans and stuff is just the diving, maybe a little bit, the overreacting, this that like. Yes, it's football, and like I know people saying, "Oh, the game is against Neymar." Like no one wants to see Neymar win. You can look at the PSG Man City game, like even with Perez, man. Like these guys are literally just throwing themselves the whole game, and then hopefully they're gonna get a penalty. Like
Paredes was making me so angry.
I don't hate a player more than Paredes in my life.
I could get on that.
No, a lot of people hate his face. I don't like him too.
He is the biggest.
I don't like him too. He's a baby. He's a baby.
Oh, he's a baby. He's a dick. Anything you want to call. Like him, literally, that whole game, he would dive and then get up and get in the ref's face when they didn't call it.
Yeah.
And then when Idrissa Gueye absolutely slaughtered, who was it? Who did he like tackle to get the red? Gundogan. When he absolutely slaughtered Gundogan, and then there was like this challenge a few minutes after from De Bruyne where he got the yellow where the other kid crazy.
That's not a red card.
He's right in the ref's face yelling at him. Like, do you know football? Do you know that that's not a red card and that Idrissa Gueye just almost killed Gundogan?
Idrissa Gueye was a leg breaker. That one was like a stomp on the.
That is a career ender, bro. That's a career ender. I mean, we're exaggerating a bit, but that was a pretty nasty tackle.
It was bad.
Imagine being on the end of that one, like you're bleeding. You're in terrible shape for the next 2 days. It's like being hungover. It's not.
We know what Man City is gonna do next game. We know how they're gonna play because we've seen it. We'll see it. Like once they find their what they didn't do the first half and they weren't able to do the second half, they're gonna start the next game the way they did the second half from the start. Right? They're gonna start Zinchenko maybe, and worst case scenario if Zinchenko gets misses that fitness, he'll sub him off and put Cancelo near the end of the game. But to start, we'll see Zinchenko win. We'll continue that high press and football that they did the second half. But what is PSG going to be missing that they need so they can actually go on and win this game now?
I'll tell you what they're missing. They're missing a midfielder that can create besides Verratti, because Neymar and Angel Di Maria have to drop back so much to create for themselves and for Mbappe. We all know that PSG next game are going to have to press.
That's a lot because of the press, though.
But we know now that they have to press because they're losing, right? They have to go into this game and press the full game because they're losing.
Got to score 2 as well.
They have to score 2.
Yeah.
So what is Neymar and Angel Di Maria going to do? They're going to drop down more because, let's say it, PSG don't have a good midfielder besides Verratti.
Oh, okay. Danilo is solid.
No, Danilo is different. Those are defensive midfielders, but they don't have the mentality and the vision.
They have too many dogs as midfielders.
They're
like,
dogs.
Yeah, on the level of City's midfielders.
Got them to a CL final last year, and it's
they're a good midfield. They're a good midfield.
Yeah.
They have too many of the same types of midfield.
You cannot count the CL final from last year in today's football or in the years before because they only played one leg.
Okay, so are we going to discount Bayern Munich's entire run?
No, they were definitely better than any other team in the Champions League last year.
Yeah, as for PSG on their side,
saying that in the sense their midfield's the same as last year.
Okay, but
they got Danilo.
Okay, but I'm telling you this right now. But they're not, I don't think they're going to be able to compete with Man City next game if Man City are going to come out how they did the second half.
We've seen City and Pep choke a lot in second legs.
Yeah,
he overthinks the tactics. And at the end of the day, they have the 2 best players in the tie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, is De Bruyne better than Neymar right now?
No.
Is De Bruyne better than Mbappe right now?
It just depends how they come out. Like,
yeah,
Mbappe had a really poor first game, and
he's got to make an impact.
At the end of the day, like PSG, like we talked about this like a lot the day of the game. PSG, like low key, their squad is like kind of imbalanced. Like they rely heavily on Neymar and Mbappe.
Huge.
And if those players, if one of those players doesn't have a good game against a team at the level of City, or even to an extent at that highest level, if one of those players has an off game, it puts a lot of pressure on the other one. So last game, you saw Neymar and Di Maria had to drop back and do so much work offensively. There was times when Neymar had to drop back and he was trying to dribble through 5 or 6 guys just to get the ball into the other half.
Yeah.
And he was getting fouled.
Yeah.
So it's like both players need to turn up, and you saw them like against Bayern in that first leg. Both players turned up. They're playing off of each other, and that led them to success in the tie. But that first game, Mbappe just wasn't there. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't making those dangerous runs. He wasn't combining well with Neymar. And I think if PSG want to stand a chance in the tie, then they're both going to have to come out ready to play, and they're both going to have to play off of each other. Because at the end of the day, if one of them has an off game, they stand no chance. Because City have the 2 away goals, and at the end of the day, City are going to lock you down. Like they're gonna press you high, right? And at the end of the day, like you need to take advantage of those chances when you have them. And if there's 2 players that can do it, it's Neymar and Mbappe. Because like Jay said, they're probably the most, I guess, like probably the better players in the tie on their day, right? Not saying De Bruyne's not a great player. De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, they're all like exceptional players, but like Neymar and Mbappe, I think, have that next level that sometimes those players you don't see them get to.
I love what you said there, James, because you said that Neymar and Mbappe are the 2 players that can get it done. They create for themselves. Like they can do it solely. Like if Mbappe wants to, I'll kick this ball. I'm gonna go and I'll score for myself. Neymar can do the same. It's hard for any other player on the world who can honestly do that. Like the way Mbappe did it against Barca, the way Neymar does it like every weekend or every other week. You know what I mean? Like they're able to go get the ball, create, maybe make one pass so they can make their own space, get that ball back and score. Like they can do that. But James was saying, let me just finish this quickly. What he said was perfect. He said Neymar and Mbappe are the players that can do that. They are the guys that are able to create for themselves and create. But Man City also have the defense to block them. They have the best defense. So it's going to be a battle of who's turning up. Because at the end of the day, Neymar and Mbappe couldn't do it in their day. But Ruben Diaz, Stones, Walker, and whoever they play can do it too on their day. They can defend it. When we saw it last game, Diaz had Neymar in his pocket. You see how many times Neymar and Mbappe wanted fouls because Diaz was bodying them?
He goes in hard, and I love it. He's a big guy.
He's not scared. He's not scared to go.
Big guy.
He's not scared to go against Neymar and Mbappe because other players.
He's confident.
You see, like when Piqué was against Neymar and Mbappe when they played, he was second guessing himself to push in or to just like hold him, jockey him.
Yeah.
Diaz goes in.
He was also just coming back from injury too.
Yeah, but that's an example. That's an example.
Like, but you see even a lot of players like one example that really sticks out to me is I think it was in the first leg Bayern PSG. there is that one. I think it was Mbappe's the third goal of the game. Mbappe's where he was like one-on-one with Boateng, and you can just see from watching the game that Boateng he didn't know what to do. He's like, do I dive in?
Exactly.
Do I try to block the shot?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, Boateng, he's probably past his best, but at the end of the day, like he was a world-class defender. You know what I mean? A World Cup winner, Champions League winner. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's been there, done that. He's an experienced defender, and it's like sometimes like it just goes to show. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. If you're second guess yourself, and you don't just commit, that a player like Mbappe, a player like Neymar are going to take advantage of you, right? But you see Diaz, you saw him, you know, against Neymar and Mbappe. He's just going in and he's going for the ball. And if he doesn't get the ball, sometimes he's getting the man. Right? He's just like that pure like defender's defender. You know what I mean? He's going in and like he's not trying to be too fancy with it. He's using his body. He's being aggressive. And that's one thing too. I think Pep, like defensively, I think he's become like a really good defensive coach. Like everybody, you think of Pep, and I think the first thing you think of is like, you know, beautiful attacking football because he gives you that. But I think with City now, you can tell that like defensively, he really found a system that's working. You know, he's getting them in a great defensive shape, and it's making it easier for him because at the end of the day, they don't have to score 5 or 6 goals or 4 goals to win a game. They can score 1 or 2 goals and comfortably win the game now because they have someone like Diaz and they have this good defensive structure that they're comfortable with, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Pep, like even Pep, like himself, he's like a rare breed. He has that perfect mix of like tactical genius, but also being a really good manager and being really inspirational. He can get the players fired up. And like I think Dave was saying, you know, they attack together, they defend together. And at the end of the day, like when you have a team that's as talented as City with so many egos, sometimes it's hard to get all those players to come together. You know what I mean? That's very all true. Those egos in one dressing room, all those expensive players, all these players on high wages. Sometimes they have that mentality, like, hey, you know what, like I'm this player, like I'm going to do what I want. Like, but he has them all working together as a group, and it's like not many managers can do that. And I know Chris was saying this too. I think like if imagine Pep was coaching City, or if Pep was coaching PSG. It's like a player like Neymar. I think under Pep, like I think low key, like Neymar needs a manager like that can you know what I mean, like push him and motivate him. Like I feel like someone like Pochettino, even to an extent like Tuchel had them playing like good defensively, but someone like Pochettino, I don't think can push Neymar or motivate Neymar. Like Neymar had those great seasons with Messi and Suarez. Those were inspirational players to him, and he like looked up to those players, and they had that great trio, and they all fed off of each other. But now it's like it's him and Mbappe. They're both kind of, you know, superstars, but one of them is a kid. He just turned like what, 21, 22. And the other one's Neymar, but it's like you need to kind of have that manager to guide you. So it's like I imagine like having a Neymar under a coach like Pep.
They need a big brother.
That kind of manager to take them to that level that they can get to consistency.
They need a big brother because at the end of the day, like football players, even for their youth or whoever old they get, they need guidance, right? Like not saying they're the level of football, but like just someone to speak to them, be like, hey, like this is what you're doing wrong, do this. If I feel like Pochettino doesn't do that to his players, I don't know. That's just what I feel like. I kind of get off him. You kind of see in the dressing room when it comes to Pep, like he'll scream at his players and be like, "Today we're winning for that one moment with David Silva. Today we're winning for David Silva's family. We're doing this for this. We're doing this for that." But I feel like when it comes to the dressing room, like Neymar, just like I'm gonna play my football, and that's it. Like
Poch just tell him just you do you.
Yeah,
you do you, and we know you can do well. But like we need a manager like Pep, where he's like Neymar. I know you have talent, but I need you to do this, and I need you to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Like
we know you can do it well, but we need you to do this now to support this. But again, when it goes to PSG, and what I think that it's gonna be hard for them the next leg is because they don't have Gueye, Agana. They're gonna have to play Danilo now, but Danilo's he's gonna be like a third center back almost. You know what I mean? Their fullbacks are not attacking. Backer's still young, he's still learning. He's not gonna risk himself, you know what I mean? He's gonna be holding back a little bit. Florenzi too. Florenzi's not the greatest attacking fullback either. Like he had some good
player though.
He had some good chances last game, yes, but he's not going to be able to create for that team and from his position. So it's going to be a little bit more of like it's going to be hard, like pushing out if they're being pressed by Man City from the start. You know what I mean? When it comes to that, like they might even drop down to like a 5 at the back when Man City's pressing, and from that point it's going to be really hard for them to push out. And in the midfield, you have Paredes and Verratti who are going to be there, like kind of like holding the game. If one of them is able to make a great pass and push it forward for Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe, then great.
Verratti made an amazing pass that game, and Mbappe couldn't take a touch on it because this guy was off.
And that's the thing.
He's gonna be the key player in the game, I think.
It has to be Verratti because
it has to be Verratti
because
to be the guy.
Paredes, as much as he's a center mid, but he's like, I feel like he's still like, he needs like a specialty. Like, what is, when I think of Paredes, I think of this. I don't.
He has the crybaby specialty.
That's the, I don't think of anything. You know what I mean? Like, when it has to be Verratti who can put a ball through, and hopefully Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe don't have to come so back to defend or kind of receive a ball
or create for themselves,
where he can actually put a ball through. Di Maria sends a ball in down and low on the ground, or send it to Mbappe, Neymar, whatever happens. But that's going to be their only, honestly, possible chance. Even if Diaz or Stones or whoever's back there maybe makes a mistake again in corners for Marquinhos, because Marquinhos can get a ball in the head easily in corners. But I honestly think Man City for me.
I think if PSG come out the way they did the first half, and in the first half it was sort of like this acceptance that PSG is going to have like 70% of the possession, but you can exploit them on the counterattack. If they come out like that, I think they can get a few goals, and they could even get the 2 goals they need. It's just you have to be willing to accept that, you know what, we're not going to have the ball for about 60 minutes of the game. That's just how it's going to go. And when we get the ball, if we're able to send Mbappe or Neymar, or even if they decide to start Cardi, and then Verratti and all those guys, and get the pacey guys up front, they can score goals, man. Like City, I find that if City concede, their confidence just plummets, and then that's when you can really take advantage of them and put the ball in the net.
So I have a question. Let's say PSG do go up 2-0. Pochettino as a manager, is he going to do the same mistake as he did last time and draw back and try to defend?
So.
If they go up 2-0, City have already imploded on themselves, and the tie is already over. It's already confirmed that PSG are going to the final.
It depends though, because if let's say they're 2-0 up in the first half, City go to halftime.
There we go. That's a change. But if it's 2-0 at the 60th minute, the game's over. I always find with PSG that with Manchester City, again, with this confidence thing, if they are confident, they're the most dangerous team in the world. But if they're lacking that confidence, they're not they're still amazing, but they're not as good as they could be, and they're beatable. You can still win against them.
It's not just the confidence. It's just as long as PSG is, able to put those goals into the net, as long as they can create their goals, yes. If they score 2 goals, great. But as long as they don't make mistakes in the back, that's it. Because, again, Man City can hold the ball all game, 90 minutes of the game. They can literally have 100% possession, but if the defense for PSG does not make a mistake, does not step out of position, it does not leave one man open, De Bruyne or whoever, Gundo, any midfielder there, Foden himself, put one ball through to one player who has space created, and it's over. The ball's in the net.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be De Bruyne creating danger. It doesn't have to be De Bruyne's pass. It can be Gundogan's pass. It can be Foden's pass, Mahrez's pass. Whoever else is in the middle. Bernardo Silva.
Like, they have
all can create space for themselves and can they all have 180%, 180-degree vision. Like, they literally know where their teammates are going to be all the time, in what position. If one defender pushes up, De Bruyne's in. Okay, here's a little chip lob pass in, or a little over the wall pass, and it's going to be a goal.
I think we're all of us are talking about the teams and how they're going to perform on the field. I think this game could come down to be a game of managers, of how they stack up their teams, of how they go into this game with a different mentality. Okay, Poch should, and we all think that he should start pressing more, but will he do that? Will he think that's a good option to do? Will Pep start defending more because he knows he has the lead, or will he start counterattacking? Will he still have that high pressure? Will Neymar will Poch tell Neymar and Mbappe to do something different now, because we knew that Mbappe in the wing wasn't working last time? I think it's going to come down to a game where the managers are going to have to manage these teams well and try to find a way to expose the other managers' tactics. I think it's going to come down to a game of the managers.
So then who do you have? Let's get some predictions going.
I will start first, and I am going to say Neymar will score a goal. Either Neymar and Mbappe will score a goal. But after that, Diaz is going to have them. He's not going to let anything go past him anymore. I'm going to say I feel like it's going to be a 3. I feel like it's going to be 3-1. I feel like that
Man City?
I think Idrissa Gana Gueye, that red card is going to really mess them up, because who are they going to play? Danilo is solid, defensive minded. But he has.
That's what Idrissa Gueye is, though. That's the same
thing.
But Danilo has negative like technical ability.
Exactly, and he's
he's a hound, though, man.
He's
a hound.
But he's taller and slower. At least Gaia has more agility. He's smaller. He knows how to move quicker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Danilo can give that. He definitely has more strength and more defensive like prowess, but Gaia is more agile. I feel like Gaia is like a poor man's Kante in a way.
Spit out the prediction, right?
He said 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Jay, go.
Manchester City.
Oh, me? I'll go 3-1 PSG.
Oh,
no chance, man.
We'll see.
I just can't see PSG going through, to be honest with you.
What are the
chat? Is that Jamie Carragher?
That was my Jamie Carragher. Yeah.
wasn't Jimmy Carragher?
Like, Ole got a soul slaw.
I swear Carragher was the one going for PSG last game, because you can see with Micah Richards. Micah was going off.
Him and Micah Richards, they're going off.
Yeah.
They're a great little duo.
Well, I mean, I don't, Jamie Carragher's Liverpool. Micah Richards is City. Oh, I guess. So there you go.
City, right?
James.
Right, so what else we got for the predictions? Yeah.
Jimmy, what do you got?
James, what do you got?
I think I said PSG was gonna go through.
Are you gonna stick with that?
I don't know. I think you kind of have to. Right? You gotta stick with your original prediction.
What does your gut tell you?
And have to be. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Now it gets kind of tricky because it's like 2-way goals. So PSG needs to score at least 3. Are they scoring 3 on City? Like, are City really going to improve?
I don't think so.
They can win the game 2-0, but that's the minimum.
That's what's saying Man City's not going to score, man.
I feel like City at least have a goal.
Yeah.
I feel
man, see, this is the problem. I picked PSG to beat City because I was still salty that City beat Dortmund. So I thought, City's gonna lose.
What is the chat saying? Chat, post down what your predictions are as well.
I don't know, man. Can you guys come back to me?
Sure.
Bro, you're such a waste. You're such a waste, man.
Chris,
I'm trying to think, bro.
Bro, just spit it out, bro.
Chris,
it's just a score.
3-1.
PSG 3-1. A lot of 3-1s.
That's like the only thing. Wait, 3 doesn't work?
You're crazy.
Yeah,
3-1, right?
Yeah.
3-1 works. Three-way goals. 3-way goals at the Etihad.
James looks like James looks like the baby. Let's go.
Bro.
He kind of looks like Hummels right now.
That's a bad prediction, bro. 3-1 is a bad prediction.
But I'll give it to you. If they go to extra time and PSG wins the penalties, I'll give you that 3-1.
All right, Spatty, Spogba.
Okay. Honestly, seeing the performance that Ruben Dias performed last game, holy, like it's tough to go against City with him. And seeing that how he could perform in big games, Portugal's gonna have a disgusting team in the Euros. But holy, this is tough. I want to say
it's tough because we all took PSG to go through. So now
I didn't.
We saw that first leg. But we're comparing that with our original prediction, and it's messing with your head.
Just
go with the score too.
No, but just go with what you think is gonna happen. Just don't.
PSG's gonna win extra time 3-1.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
God! These guys think, bro, man, relax.
It took all this time just for the same exact picks.
Yeah,
yeah.
3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Pigs aren't flying yet, man.
Matthews.
All right, so I'm a little conflicted because I could see it going both ways. For one, we saw PSG score 3 in Bayern's backyard, and they're going to be playing away the second leg. So
that is true.
There. 2, we have City, who have Pep Guardiola, who's obviously the superior manager, and he did learn from that first half how PSG were playing and adapted his tactics to that, and ended up dominating the second half. So we'll see if he could replicate that same kind of thing in the second leg. So it's tough to say, but I don't know, man. Like, I think with football, like, it's a lot of moments. It's a moments kind of game, and like Mbappe and Neymar, they're a moments kind of player. So I'm gonna go 3-1 PSG.
Bro, what is wrong with these guys?
This is either gonna go really good or really bad.
Y'all are
either all you guys are right or none of you guys.
Y'all are dreaming, man. What do you guys? What's wrong? What did you guys smoke before this podcast? I didn't have
I can
it.
go. Yo, Dave's talking about this. Watch him say 3-1 PSG.
I said 2-1 Man City already.
No, you said 3-1 Man City.
Sorry, 3-1
Oh,
Man
I already
City.
said.
Okay.
I already said. You said 3-1 too?
Yeah, but Man City.
Man City though.
I'm saying Man City too.
Same score.
I'm saying Man City are gonna win this because they definitely have they have goals, man. They have goals in them. Like they want to just score all the time. But PSG are gonna be hard to push out. Again, if it's not Neymar and Mbappe, then it's no one.
Moisey Keane off the bench.
Dan's gonna say 3-1. 3-1 PSG.
Our guy, our Juventino guy.
Nah, I want to say 2-1. 2-1 Man City. Same result.
Ooh, there you go.
Same result.
And Ben, what you got?
3-1
I
PSG.
have.
He's going for City.
I have one. I have 1-0 Man City.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in for anything special, to be honest with you. I think
Quiet
just
one,
City's quiet one. City's just gonna get it done.
A big
They're gonna
defensive.
score. They're gonna score in the first half, and then Ruben Diaz and John Stones are just gonna put up the wall, and nobody's getting through.
I can see a
I fully see not a boring game, but just like a tactical kind of affair.
very defensive mind
Just
game.
1-0.
I can see a very
Yeah,
defensive minded game actually. Yeah, you're right. Because
Let me get some of the chat's predictions. They said a couple here. So Alexander Spada said Neymar masterclass and a 2-1 PSG win, with PSG winning in pens.
damn.
Frizjid says 3-0 Neymar and Mbappe 2 goals.
Damn, bro. So much.
Mario says PSG 2, Man City 2.
It's not good. That's a good show.
Oh, City go
Okay.
through.
Little tie.
City go
That's a good
through.
prediction.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good
cheeky
prediction.
prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had for Madrid and Chelsea. I can't do the same thing for City.
Yeah.
In City, I can't do the same thing, man.
A lot
I
of
predict that on your note.
a lot of PSG lovers here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's hard to
Honest
bet against
prediction,
Neymar and Mbappe.
City are a good team too, man. City are a good team too. It's a tough one, man. This is why this is so fun, man. When we get to this stage of the competition, like
Yeah.
there's no obvious choice. Like you can overthink it so much. I see why Pep was always overthinking, bro. Think about how much you're overthinking right now for a prediction, bro. Think about if you're like
You're the manager.
one
You're
of
the
the
manager.
best managers of the team.
Man,
Think about the overthinking that's gonna go down, bro.
Oh, who am I gonna put on my starting 11?
Yeah.
I just it's hard because like it's the two best players in the Champions League against the best
The
team
competition, yeah.
against the best team in the league in the Champions League, right? Like it's hard to predict it, right?
Yeah, man.
I want that Man City win, especially because just the football itself. Like we haven't seen football like that in a while. Like as much as Man City has always been top level, like the way they were able to change their style of play without Aguero on the pitch, even from having
Without a true striker, they don't have a striker.
having some trouble in the defense,
They
and
play some good football,
be able
man.
to pick up one player to literally fit perfectly into their defense and literally change their whole team like completely is unbelievable to me. Like the way they were able to pick up the players they needed so perfectly, make the right signings. Like I haven't really seen the Man City like bad signing. Like to be honest, the only okay signing was maybe Ake this season, but he's still Premier League
I
level.
don't know, man.
He's not championship level, but I think he's still Premier League level. But again, he's definitely a third string center back. But again, like you don't see
Probably fourth string center back.
They
Because they have Laporte too.
you don't see a
And
had a
bad
couple bad signings.
you don't see a crazy bad signing from Man City, man. With the money they spend,
They do. You just forget about them
Yeah.
because they spend like
they've had quite a
100,000 on
few.
every player.
Yeah, you have like Nathan Ake, you have Jovetic, you have
Nolito.
Nolito, you have Itali Garcia.
those are when did Nolito play? Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's still a bad
That's still a
signing.
bad signing.
That's still under Pep too.
Yeah, it was under Pep.
But yeah, no, just
You just
hold
don't
on.
remember them because they replaced them with another huge signing.
I want to ask. Wait,
Yo.
Dan, are you okay with City winning the?
what? I'm a
Yeah, I
football
was gonna
fan.
say.
I like good
Go
football.
ahead, Jay, go ahead.
I like good football.
Are you okay with City winning the CL as a United fan?
I'm
Because
okay.
the chat's calling you a fake Man U fan right
Damn.
But what's wrong with watching good football? And
Yo,
what-
caught in 4K, bro. We got you.
No, but I'm not the type of football fan who can literally just sit on a bandwagon like most of these UV fans either. Like, and when I see
Hey,
when I
Oh
see
my God.
when I see good football, when I see good football,
Jeez,
man.
What the Juve fans do?
because
Bro,
now.
at least we don't go for our rival. What the
They're
hell?
not
The
really-
two Man U fans
not-
in the chat.
they're not
One
really.
says, "Why does the Man United fan support Man City so much?"
Because he's in the closet Man City fan.
Man U's biggest rival is Liverpool. I don't know if you guys understand. Yes,
rival.
Yes, but
literally
our
city rival.
Yes,
they have the same name as
okay,
Manchester.
but yes, we're the derby rivals. But as a football fan, and when I like seeing good football, yes, I'll support Man City because
You appreciate
I appreciate good football.
You can appreciate them, but you shouldn't want them to win.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't want them to win. I'm just saying I think the better team will win.
I don't
think the better team will be Man City.
You said you would like them to win.
Yeah, I like them to win because they show that they're quality football side.
Give me a second, Matt. Didn't you
Bro,
say?
Jane's loving it down there.
Matt, didn't you say Madrid's gonna win?
I said it kills me to say this as a Barca fan, but I think, in my opinion, that would happen.
You still said they're gonna win.
Bro, Dave, that's completely different.
How?
That's completely
Man City
different.
to win.
Yeah,
That's putting a bias aside.
because I also don't want PSG to win.
My opinion.
As much as I don't prefer any of these teams to win. I just don't want PSG to win over Man City side.
To be fair, Dave wants Man City to win as an Arsenal fan, so
I'm not an Arsenal fan. Look at these
It's
colors.
not as brutal. It's not as brutal as
so-
the United fan, though.
Hold on, I got
that's
one more question for you guys here before we move on. If PSG lose, do you guys see Pochettino getting sacked?
No.
No.
I hope so. I hate that guy.
Actually,
They lose the league and they lose the Champions League.
With-
Does he get sacked?
with Mourinho as a free agent, it's very possible that they could bring him in
No.
if PSG lose the Liga,
No.
because
I
it's
see
very
it.
close to that.
PSG
Because you think about Mourinho's done in the Prem. Mourinho, I don't see him going to Bundesliga anywhere.
Nope.
I could see him maybe going back to Serie A and coaching a Juve or something like that. And the only other option would be PSG.
No.
Like that's it.
Napoli.
No.
Napoli, he'd be a great fit at Napoli. He'd be a good fit at Napoli. I don't think he's done coaching at club level yet. And if he's done in the Prem, then he's probably going to go somewhere else. And I think PSG would be very interested in bringing in a huge name.
Honestly, PSG is a good shout.
PSG have no reason to sell Pochettino as much as they only brought him halfway through the season, less than halfway through the season. Yes, he's gonna do as much as he can with the squad that he can, but the fact that Pochettino, maybe the team will give Pochettino some money to spend next season. Maybe Pochettino, maybe they'll get Pochettino to be like, hey, here's some money, sell whoever you want to sell, build a team that you want to see win and who can win.
But that team has no reason for finishing second place in the Liga. That team is way above any other team in the Liga.
Oh yeah, they should be winning that league 3 times over. Like they should go undefeated.
But again, when Neymar's injured half the season, when Mbappe doesn't perform, you think the other players are going to be able to step up and going against a team like Lille?
The French league. I'm not saying it's a farmers league, but it's not the EPL. It's not Serie A. It's not the Bundesliga.
But then why is it so competitive right now? Why is there 4 teams in the that are competing for the championship right now?
And again, I'm not saying it's bad, but PSG are not good domestically. That's why. If PSG played like they should with all the quality that they have, because by every position they have a better player than any other team. Every single position. Keeper, center back, left back, midfielder, center attacking mid, winger, striker, everywhere. If they all played like the way they should, they would be undefeated in the league right now. But they don't. No, nobody does. Nobody does. So of course, it's a tight race.
Maybe they just can't play with each other anymore. Maybe maybe Perez is not doing as much as they can in the midfield. Maybe they need to sign better right backs to really perform with Mbappe and Neymar style of football.
I think
maybe
we keep on talking about Paredes, man. I don't want to hear this guy's name anymore.
Or maybe
I don't like that guy, man.
Maybe the team that's at the top of League One has a Canadian named Jonathan David. Maybe that's why PSG isn't in first.
Geordie. Burak Yilmaz.
Oh my gosh.
So in the chat, someone's saying French League greater than Serie A from a Serie A fan.
Probably.
Probably.
At least right now, the competitiveness, you could say that.
Illusion from a delusional fan.
Oh wow!
But that's
other than PSG. Seriously, other than PSG, let me ask this guy: what team is better than any team in Serie A? I think Sassuolo will be second in Liga right now.
No,
I don't know. Lille has a good shout. Lille's a good team.
Plus, Lyon knocked out Juventus not so long ago.
Yeah.
No, that was Lyon.
Lyon
as well, and Lyon.
I think Liga is a little bit underrated, but like if you could like see the top 3 teams, but everything under those top 3 teams are not good at all. That's just my opinion. Like Monaco, Lille, and PSG are probably the outstanding teams. Marseille, Lyon, not really anymore.
Yeah,
Leon knocked your team out.
Leon's a good team. Leon's a good team still this year. Not as good as they were last year, but they're still pretty good.
Yeah, but I would say that the top 3 teams are definitely pretty good teams. They're not bad.
But
anyways, gentlemen, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, speaking about Serie A teams, Roma got us.
No. Let's see that for the very end.
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of dead teams, how about Arsenal?
Yeah, let's go to Arsenal because Arsenal could be a quick 10-minute recap.
Yeah,
all we can say is Unai Emery came out and literally spit on Arsenal's fan base and other team player. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
But all I can say, Arsenal
are in the mud.
Man, they want to sell their club. They want to buy players. They don't have the players in the field anymore. Aubameyang is poor. Like,
I have a question for you guys.
Bro, the highest paid player on your team is coming on in the 85th minute of the game.
Yeah.
Man, he still has his little, what is it, malaria?
And the only thing he does is get a yellow
Isn't he
card.
a rapper now?
Travis Scott?
Spotify owns the club now, no? Aren't they signing?
No. They're gonna buy it.
Bro, you guys see how many yellows were in that game?
They have Joe Rogan at every
There were
game.
2 red cards in that game too.
Bro, there were more cards given out of this game than at his birthday party, man.
I have a question for you guys though. If Arsenal get kicked out, is Arteta out?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to stay with him.
No European soccer.
Arsenal, what, 11th, 10th place?
This is the worst they've ever been.
Yeah.
The worst they've ever been.
Wenger, they're getting 4th place finishes, man.
Steady, bro.
This is the worst position they've ever finished in the Prem in a long time. Well, it's not done yet, but and then for them to get Villarreal are a good side, but everyone expected that Arsenal are a good side as well. They can do it as well, but 2-0 down against Villarreal. Was it home at Villarreal?
2-1.
No, it was at Arsenal.
2-1. It was at Arsenal, no?
2-1.
It was in Emirates.
No, it was.
No, it was in Spain. It was in Spain.
Oh, it was in Spain. Okay.
Like that. Okay, that away goal, yes, definitely helps. Yes, they got from a penalty. Did they create much on the pitch? No. Villarreal scored early in the game. You know what I mean? The second goal again was from a corner kick. Arbeloa was left alone in the back post when he got the second ball. Like, Arsenal they're not a scary sided team. Like, again, their only goal was from a penalty. Their form is not the greatest. Yes, they were able to make it this far into the Europa League, but again, look at their competition.
Jay, what did the chat say right now? Frisia, what did Frisia just say?
He's saying Juve fans shouldn't be laughing. They're about to join Arsenal in the Europa League next season.
I didn't know Europa League spots were all the way down to 11th. My bad. Didn't know that. I had no idea. I guess football has changed, hasn't it?
But again,
good banter there.
Is Arsenal going to be able to come out and really change the game next half, or is this a Villarreal?
They're a dead club, man. Like, I don't even know why I'm wearing the kit. They're a dead club.
It's a nice kit. It's a nice
Bro,
kit.
I thought that was just a black shirt.
The only thing going for Arsenal in the last 3 years is that they have nice jerseys, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all they have going for them. We have a really nice kit.
And
a nice
home jersey, could do
a nice away jersey, and a nice third jersey.
That's it.
And we're in the Europa.
They had that one season in 2005 where they tied like a whole bunch of games. It was 2005, 2006, 2004. When was it?
Invincible season in 2003, I think.
I don't know.
304.
They keep on talking about it.
Yeah, they love it. 17 years ago, they love it. Oh, I love it.
Is this Villarreal game to lose?
They're gonna lose it, and if they win the game, they're gonna lose to Man United in the final. They're not winning the Europa League.
No,
I'll put all my money on it right now.
Arsenal already in the final. Are Man U already in the final?
Yeah, obviously, man.
Some people might not want to hear that.
Yeah, Mario.
Who doesn't want to hear it? It's
I don't know.
Some Roma fans want to close their ears now.
Man U's competition to lose since they got dropped down. Like, realistically, with the players they have, they're like a Champions League like level club.
At this point,
they didn't really have it figured out.
At this point,
in the group stage,
like you said,
right?
at this point, they're able to compete definitely in knockout, definitely in maybe round of 16, maybe quarters. But this is Man U's the Europa League to win. And like I said, like besides Roma, like I think the biggest competition that Man U would have had in the Europa League this season. Let me get in view here. The biggest competition for Man U this season was definitely AC Milan, and they were able to take them out in the quarters.
That's gonna like that one.
It would have been Tottenham, I guess, if they would have made it through, right? That would have been their biggest competition.
No, but even a Milan side, I think like a Milan side is definitely a bigger competition than Tottenham. That's just me.
No, that was the finals right there. AC Milan, Man United.
Yeah,
and again, first game was 1-1. Second game was what, 1-0 or 2-0, 2-1.
They were both close.
But it was a close game. It wasn't a 6-2. You know what I mean? It wasn't a 6-2 against the Roma side.
Roma collapsed. They had a lot of bad luck going on them. Like if you're forced into making 3 first half subs, then it's not going to go your way. And honestly, like when they went up 2-1, I was very optimistic. But as I told you guys, I went and picked up some veal from Nona's, and I came back. It went from 2-1 Roma to 5-2 Manchester United. What the hell happened?
And crucial
30 minutes, man.
Crucial subs as well. Your goalie. How do you expect? What's their sub goalie is 35 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people say as much as he's old again.
Yeah, but he's also cold.
Yeah. He's not that good.
Old, and shite.
The first half they went no, but they went to the first
old and shite.
They went to the first half 2-1 up. And I'll always say when I was watching the game, whoever was watching the game with, I was telling De Silva here, next half, it's a Man U's always going to step up in the second half. I don't know what Solskjaer does, like Pep does in the halftime, but like whenever they come into second half, they perform. And I knew they're going to score 3 goals that half. I said they're going to score 3 goals this half, and then ended up scoring, what, 5?
Yeah.
So Roma's money on it.
Roma's biggest loss was losing Vertu, because that's probably their best player this year, especially running that midfield.
Yeah,
he's put up great numbers for this Roma side.
Like, don't get me wrong.
So then losing that
the first half, like Man U was up 1-0, yes, but Roma's goals were quality goals. As much as the first goal, I think it was
it was a pen.
Was a pen. Yes, that was a pen to me. Again, it's a handball. It's a handball. Like, you know what I mean?
Pogba knew it. He was.
There's no reason for you to be having your hands out like that, like you're selling your car salesman with those arms like this. But even the second goal, like it was a good quality play. Like Dzeko right to his feet.
Nice ball from Mkhitaryan.
Beautiful ball. I know Man U's defense was a little poor on that situation, but again, we were down 2-1. I was like, shit, it's gonna be hard. We're playing at Old Trafford. Like that's 2 goals for them. If the game ends like this, it's gonna be hard for us next leg. But I just knew, like, second leg, like, man, you were going to come out and really just step up. Oh, my God. He just joined. You had enough of what? You're the way.
Had enough.
This guy had enough of the...
Bro, Man United, 6-2. Oh. Bro, did you see that penalty?
Which one?
The one Bruno Fernandes got. Bro, that's not a penalty shot.
It's a penalty shot.
You're saying?
No, never.
If that was for Barca, like, it's funny how Barca fans complained about the Clásico.
Why are you bringing up Barca right now? I don't care about Barca right now. Let's talk United.
What do we got to do with this?
No, but you guys are saying that's a penalty, but you guys are here whining about Braithwaite getting a penalty when he literally got like shoved.
It's not a penalty.
On your club.
If that's a foul, that's a foul outside the box, that's a foul inside the box. That's a penalty.
No, it's not. There's a huge difference.
There's no difference.
Bro, that's
why?
Not a penalty shot.
Why?
You were saying yourself. You're a huge fan of football. If you're a fan of football, that's not a penalty shot.
That's a penalty
Any of these guys could agree. Any of these guys will agree with me. That is not a penalty shot. No, it's not.
Why is
Maybe
not a penalty shot?
Why is
not a penalty shot?
Maybe for Man United it is.
Tell me why.
Because it's not a penalty shot.
Tell me why.
I'll agree.
The ball already passed through. Cavani did 5 somersault rolls and ended up in the stands of Old Trafford.
Did Smalling catch his legs inside the pitch?
Very slightly, and the ball was way gone.
I don't care if the ball is way gone.
Okay. I don't care.
There's been
penalty shot. They reviewed it. The fact that they reviewed it took what 2.5 minutes.
I don't
care. And then they gave the penalty shot. That means they were looking at it. They were like, I don't know.
So they looked at it.
If it's not that clear and obvious, it's not a penalty.
It's not a penalty. VAR makes the call and it's called a penalty.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They did an awful job, and that's not a penalty shot, man.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
Penalty shot or not,
take the penalty away. Take the penalty away.
Take the penalty away. That killed the tie, and you know it. That killed the tie, and you know it.
Not the 3 subs you guys have to deal with.
2-1. 2-1.
Okay, and what about the rest of the goals? What about the rest of the goals? Look at the rest of the goals. The counterattack that Cavani, the Cavani counterattack, the Greenwood goal with Cavani out wide. The Cavani's
again after the penalty shot. If it wasn't for that penalty shot, that was the turning point of the match, and you know it.
That's a
poor.
Not
the 3 injuries. Not the 3 injuries.
Mario. How do you feel? The chat is saying Roma are a dead club. How do you feel?
Dead club. I don't know, bro. We're the last ones in Europe right now. So out of all the Italian clubs here, we're the last ones in Europe. So Spatty's crying. Spatty's crying. Last time I checked, they're not in a UCL spot, and they lost to Man United earlier in the season. So I don't know. I can't read the chat right now, but I know he's talking shit. That's
also the chat. John Paul, JP, a Man U fan, saying that's 1 goal. What about the other 4? And then he also said it was not a PK though.
Exactly. Thank you, John Paul. It wasn't a PK. At least you're being honest, Dan. Like, come on. You could just admit it. You could just admit it's not a penalty, man. It's not a penalty. It's not.
Okay, as much as you guys can say the ball was not in play, the ball is outside over there, but there's still, as much as the ball is on the other half of the field, if someone takes my ankles down,
this is football, bro. Like you guys understand this is football, man. Like there's contact. If a guy falls in the box, it's not automatic penalty. That's United, man. You know how many penalty shots you guys have? Like, come on, man. You can't.
They're always gonna get those calls, man.
Always get those pens. That's why they call him Penandes.
That's Fergie time.
Fergie time early in the game.
There's a reason behind it. They didn't just make it up for fun.
But again, if that 1 goal really killed you guys, what was that goal? Was that the first goal or second goal? The penalty. That was
third.
It was the 4th goal. It was the 4th goal.
Okay, like
4th goal.
And even if it's 3-2, listen, let me talk. Even if it's 4-2, you know that there's still a tie in Rome. That killed us, and you know it, man.
And you honestly think Rome is when we go to Rome, it's gonna be a different game for Roma to go. You think Roma's gonna be able to step up?
If the score was 4-2,
no. I don't care. Yeah. You really think it's gonna be? You think Roma is gonna be able to win that game, even if it's just whatever? Don't even worry about the previous result. Just go out there and win the game. You think Roma's gonna be able to do that?
Against Barca.
No. Did it against Barca? They almost did against Liverpool.
Barca when? 5 years ago?
No, like
that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, with a completely different side.
3 years ago,
completely different side. Okay.
Barca that I would say as more equipped to win than United are, and then you look at against Liverpool, they almost did it again. They lost 5-2, and they won 4-2. Either in Rome or Anfield, I forget.
And that was when they made to the finals, right?
We lost 5-2 at Anfield, and then we won 4-2 in Rome. So lost.
You guys have a tradition. You guys have a tradition of winning in Rome, then, so it's possible.
Exactly.
I mean,
I know it's out of the question. It's not going to happen this time. It's just too unrealistic.
I'm sorry, but Roma just can't step up to big games.
I'll give you a full rundown of the game. I'll give you a full rundown of the game.
Roma cannot step up to big opponents. Like when's the last
game? That's why Man City's in the Champions League semifinal right now. And you guys are in Europa League semifinal, buddy.
But where are we on the table when it comes to club side?
Dude,
we're in second.
I'm saying a fact. I'm just stating a fact.
We're in second in the league, and Roma is what?
Okay, but Man City's in first. Man City's in first.
But are you going to make it into?
Are you really hard to be the second best team in your city?
Are you making it into the Europa League next season? Are you making it into the Europa League next season?
Sorry, buddy. I can't see. I can't.
Exactly, because Roma's so far down the table.
Bro, I know. I actually literally have no idea what you were showing me. What was it?
It's Roma in 7th place.
Roma in 7th place. Jeez.
Yeah, that's great. At least we're not in second to our rivals. Anyways, I'll give you a full rundown of the game.
Tell us.
First half, you guys got an early goal. Nice goal. We got the pen. Fully deserved pen. I don't know. Pogba's playing ball out here. And then Jekyll came out with that was like a crazy goal. I don't know how that
lucky goal. It hit both his legs.
What was it? Like hit off his knee. Then
I wouldn't say that was a good goal.
No, it was a good goal, but like Jekyll was lucky he didn't mess that up.
So again, with Roma's chances like that, penalty and the goal that we were fortunate with.
I'm not done. We're in like 30th minute. Towards the end of the half, we were parking the bus. We were doing what we had to do perfectly. You guys are really good on the counterattack. You guys are good when you have space, when Fernandes has space, Pogba. You guys are really creative, which is great. Now, we sat back. You guys couldn't do anything. Now at this point, it's all up to our coach. Like, I don't know what the hell he said to our team at halftime, but I could have gone in that change room. I could have told them, let's play 5 at the back. They're playing 3 at the back all game, which is fine. Second half, switch to a 5 at the back. We have a lead in Rome. This guy stays with our system. Let's try to attack at another one. I don't know. That's the stupidest tactic you could possibly do. Play 5 at the back. Just get 11 guys behind the ball. That's all you got to do. That's it. Even if we concede 1, even 2, that's fine. That's still a good result in Manchester. We could go back to Rome and we have something to play for. Our coach blew the game for us. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That penalty really screwed us over, but I'm not blaming that. Like, the main reason we lost that game is because of our coach. Fonseca, he is gone. He is gone. Okay, so that was the worst managerial performance I've ever seen from a Roma coach in my life. Not the injuries did not kill us. I wasn't too upset about the injuries. Like, our team has been really injury prone in the recent years. So, like, I wasn't surprised by it. But man, that second half, I don't know what our coach said to the players at halftime. But, like, dude, just play 5 at the back. Man United clearly couldn't do anything when you got guys back. Like, just stick with that. I don't know why you got to get used to
You got to get used to that poor coaching, because apparently you got Saudi coming in next year.
Oh, that's mint. What do you mean? He won you guys a Scudetto, and that's poor? Come on.
In the chat,
he barely won us a Scudetto.
You still won his trophy, man. You sacked the guy.
Mario,
in the chat.
I have 2 comments from the chat. I got to read.
What's up?
So the first comment is, fun fact, Roma has not beat a top 6 club domestically or a top 20 team European this season.
Okay. I haven't heard that one yet. Good one. Who was that, Spidey? Yeah, typical. That's all he has. Spidey, this guy, 5th place. Remember when we were on the podcast live and this guy was going on about me, like, they're in 1st place, but all I care about is top 4. Yeah, how's that going for you, buddy? That's all I have to say.
And the other comment, Pogba bitched your club for 5 years and said, yeah.
Gee. Not really. That was Juventus. That's not just Pogba. That was Juventus. Every team. Like, what? It was Roma personally? Like, what?
No, Pogba was disgusting in the city, yeah.
To close this,
you miss him. You want him back. We get it.
Oh, yeah. I love him.
To close this off, like you said, Mario, yes, when it comes down to management for Roma, yes, they I guess they lost their chance to really hold the lead and maybe take it home and see the result there. Yeah. But again, Man U is a team that is able to come out second half, and even when they're a team that's losing first half and coming in the second half, they're able to come up and step up to the game and able to play a different football. Like, as much as they're down by 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals. No, sorry, not 3 goals. Sorry, as much as they're down losing period, they're able to come out and take the win. And we've seen it before in the league, in Europa League as well. Like, Man U is able to come out and get those chances. Cavani, again, starter of any team.
That was a world-class performance from Cavani.
Cavani, 2 goals, an assist.
Is quality.
Greenwood, he had that beautiful goal too near the end there. The only player that really suffered a little bit was Martial for me, because, again, he was kind of hidden on the right side when he's usually on the left side most of the game, but Pogba's there for him now. Again, Man U were really able to step up second half. Again, if Roma did play a different second half, then it could have been a different result. But to me, the way I see it, Man U were able to come out, especially being down 1-0, scored the tying goal, scored the 3rd goal. Yes, people can say about the 4th goal being questionable, but then again, still going strong and scoring the 5th and 6th.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Obviously, United are the best team in the Europa League, like, by far. Like, if we got Villarreal or Arsenal, like, we would have been playing you guys in the final. Like,
but like I said,
yes. But you guys obviously belong in the Champions League. You guys have a great team, especially like attacking, and your midfield is by far the best. It's your defense is a little shaky. All I'm trying to say is, like, 6-2 scoreline, but it all went downhill after that second half started. Now it came down to the coaching, in my opinion, the most, and then that penalty just completely lost the tie. After that, when you guys got that penalty, I'm sorry, man, but that's not a penalty. Look, you guys deserve to win, but that's not a penalty, and it pissed me off because that, like, the little chance that we had, it was gone after that. It was gone. So that's why I was so frustrated.
Penalty or not, I feel like if it was just a goal open play, it's hard when you see you're up 2-1, now you're down, now you're tied 2-2, now you're losing 3-2, and then when it comes to the 4th goal, that's hard. Wherever it comes, if it's a penalty, if it's from a regular play, anything.
Yeah, but it came out of nothing. That's the difference. It came out of nothing.
That 4th goal is definitely tough when you're up 2-1 at half.
Yeah, and when it's not a penalty.
But it's the 4th goal.
It's like, what do you do at that point? I understand that. I understand that, but you got to see the frustration.
I have a question for you, Mario. Those three injuries all came in the first half, and those were crucial players, especially your goalie.
Yeah.
Would the game been different if they did not get injured?
Absolutely, yeah. Honestly, the biggest loss for me, it wasn't even the goalie. I wasn't too worried when Mirante came in. It was more when Spinazzola came off.
Oh, Spinazzola? I thought you said
Vertu, yeah, him too, but it was more Spinazzola because he was like the third guy, and Bruno Perez is awful. Like, at least Gonzalo Viat, he's a great player, but Bruno Perez is awful. And once Spinazzola went off, like, I knew, like, okay, we're done. We're done for goals. Like, I'm surprised we got 2 in Manchester. That's why I don't know what was going through the coach's head to want to stick with the same tactic in the second half. Like, just play 5 at the back. There's nothing wrong with it. Just get guys behind the ball. That's it.
And you're right, because
we lost the game ourselves.
Man, you suffer when it comes to a team that really holds their ass in defense.
Exactly.
Like, I can tell you again, a team like Leeds defends most of the games, but when they have that one chance for goal, like, they'll take it. But end the 0-0. Man, you cannot beat a team that sits on their ass.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And I knew that we would have at least gone to Rome with something to hope for, and now we have nothing. We're not going to win 4-0. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to hope, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So what's your prediction for the second leg?
4-0.
4-0.
Confidence.
He's always
confidence, bro.
That's a true Romanista. That's a Romanista.
Yeah,
right,
I wouldn't predict anything else. 4-0's good. 5-1's good. I'll take 6-2. But. That's it.
7-2. Jay, what is the chat?
I got one more quick comment from the chat. It's Alex again.
Oh, here we go.
He's saying it's in all caps too. He's like, "Why are you crying about the pen? Did you see Kessie's disallowed goal versus Man U? That would have won us the tie."
This guy, man, leave it in the past.
Talking about the round of 16, bro.
Yeah, like it's again. Yeah, okay. I feel you, Spatty, but exactly, like it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it right. Like it's wrong. It's 2 wrongs don't make it right. So I feel for you. Trust me. It hurts even more when it's in semifinals, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think
it's a good place to end off, eh, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Mario, for coming in. That was actually good quality content. That was good quality content right there.
You know what? I've never actually met a Roma fan. I've never met one.
Are you serious? Wow.
Never, man. Never. There we go. I never knew. I thought Milan were the most passionate fans. Now that Roma fan comes on,
Roma fans are fake.
Mario's.
Spatty, bro. Don't get started, bro.
I'm joking.
It's
a joke, man.
Mario
in Jersey, bro. Come on.
Mario is a few little Roma fans that are left out there.
That's right, man.
The other Roma fans were never Roma fans. They were just fake fans and just went onto the Juve bandwagon.
Just
they love Totti, yeah. They love Totti
exactly.
and Rossi, yeah.
That's it.
They love them.
Speaking of first, this is the first time I've seen Spatty not wearing a Juve kit.
Ah.
I got it on forum. I got it on
exactly.
Where's the kit, bro? Where's the kit?
We didn't play.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Bro, neither did it.
All right.
It's bad. Chris, you got to wear it every day of the week, man. That's why I have 7. They rotate.
It's crazy. Like, I didn't know this guy had other shirts in his closet, man.
I know.
I would have a new Juve jersey every week. I was like, that's pretty impressive.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, fine. I'll start it up again on Sunday.
That's it.
All righty, guys. Thank you, Mario, a lot for coming by. It was really a little surprise for us, but it was great. It was great.
Thank you, man.
Great. All right, guys, we're just going to finish off our 2 last predictions here. We got our Europa League predictions. We didn't get to finish them off at the end there, so we're going to finish it off here. We're going to start off with the Villarreal and Arsenal game. Still a close match, still only 2-1. So from the 2 games left in the Europa League, we can hopefully see that that's probably the closer matchup, obviously. So
yeah.
Who got the red for Arsenal?
Ceballos,
man. And who got the other red?
Capui.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So
I think they're still playing.
Not like 2 major players. So.
Okay, but any Arsenal player is not a major player.
Wow.
Yeah, realistically.
Who wants to start us off?
Jay, quickly.
Okay, Jay, go.
I will say 1-1.
1-1. So who takes the win there? Villarreal, right?
Villarreal, yeah.
James, what do you got there?
I'm gonna go 2-2.
So Villarreal as well.
Yeah. I had Villarreal going through, I think, so I got to make sure I keep it.
And then I got Chris next.
Same score.
2-2.
Same result.
2-2?
2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Villarreal.
Yeah.
Matthews.
All right, so UEFA is going to want an all-English final. It's also going to be fixed for Arsenal win, so they're going to win 2-0.
Didn't you pick Villarreal to get through to go through?
Yep.
Don't matter. Don't matter.
I don't even know who I picked. But
What's your prediction?
I'm gonna say 1-1.
I think you picked Arsenal.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1, and that is Villarreal go through obviously from that. So
Who else is missing?
me.
Damn.
I'm gonna say. Shoot. Yeah, I want to say 1-1 as well.
Everyone's going for the draw.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna be a blowout. And then now moving on to our actual blowout this today, we can move on to Roma now.
I feel like this one's harder to predict.
Yeah.
I think Man U are gonna still come in and dominate. I think it's gonna be.
You think it's gonna be another blowout?
I
too
think it
crazy.
Is. I think
Not 6-2, but it'll definitely be a high from one team.
Why? Because Roma are always gonna have to press. They're gonna have to press so high and hard and quick.
I want to feel like Roma are gonna want to go, and Roma are not gonna have the thought of going and winning this game. They're gonna definitely, as much as they're gonna go into this game, they're gonna go into this game not losing it. So they're gonna probably play more defensive or just play regular football.
Why? At the end of the day, you're gonna lose. Why not go all out?
Because why are you gonna embarrass yourself again and
Who
lose 6-0?
cares if you embarrass yourself?
No, you can't. As a
Why
football
not?
team, you can't do
They
that.
have to go for it because they're not going to make Europa. They're not going to make top 6.
Exactly. They have to go for it. They have to. You're gonna go all out. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3-1 win. Man U, because Man U know how to counterattack, and Roma gonna press high. Next, Spatty.
I'll say 4-2 for Man United. I think it's gonna be another high-scoring game.
Yeah, Jayzinho.
I'll say 3-1 Man United.
Yeah, I think we all can say it's gonna be a high
James.
game.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Man U.
Y'all copying me now.
Matthews.
Roma going through originally just to be controversial, but I think obviously it's in United's favor, so I'm gonna say 2-1 United.
My prediction: I don't think Roma are going to be able to put one through. I'm gonna go 2-0.
I can see Man U playing a lot more of their subs as well. Like Van de Beek can probably be starting. Daniel James could probably be starting as well. Martial maybe.
Martial's injured.
But I think he's still injured, yeah. But yeah, I can see more subs coming into play. But who's left? James? Or is that it?
I think everyone went.
That's everyone there.
That's it?
You guys are goofy with your PSG predictions, but we'll see how that game ends. They're next week, right? Games are next week,
I
right?
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to close this out then?
Jay?
I'll do it. Thanks everybody for tuning in to this UCLEL recap. It's pretty dope. We were joined by Ben from the Footy Fix. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
At Footy Fix Pod on Insta. Mario dropped by as well. Dope. Romanista in the cut. Smash the like button. A comment. Hit subscribe. At the Footy Culture on all platforms. You know the vibes, man. The culture.
We the culture. Later,
Guys,
boys.
We got a Discord channel finally open for the chat.
Yes, yeah.
We want to start this great community going on. So please, we're going to put the stuff in the description. It's going to be all platforms. We're going to have it there. We're going to have it on our Twitch account. We're going to have it on Instagram. So just check in the description below. Again, definitely just join us, man. We're going to be putting a lot of content out there.
Yeah, drop in. We're going to be very active and social on that. So make sure you're on that. Keep the community alive. Keep the community growing and booming like you guys already have been. And join us in this journey.
And tell me what you think about Juventus on Discord, and let's see.
Wow, this guy just wants to get some hate.
This guy just wants some friends.
This guy loves feeling pain. This guy's an emo.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much again. Much love. Ciao.
Later.
Ciao. See ya.